As the excitement around Illinois football captures the spotlight, it's important to remember that college basketball is just around the corner. With less than 50 days until the season kicks off, now is the perfect moment to assess the Big Ten Conference and establish some preseason rankings. Let's dive in. Tier 1, National Championship Aspirants. 1. Purdue. Under the guidance of Matt Painter, Purdue is poised for a remarkable season. The Boilermakers are welcoming back Braden Smith, last year's Bob Cousy Award winner and Big Ten Player of the Year, along with standout Trey Kaufman-Renn. This team retains nearly all of its roster from last year's Sweet 16 run and has added Omer Mayer from Israel. Additionally, they are set to see the return of the towering Daniel Jacobson, who stands at 7 feet tall, from injury, and have brought in Oscar Clough, a transfer from South Dakota State, to strengthen their front court, particularly on defense. 3 key players from Purdue's national championship game appearance in 2024 are still donning the black and gold, and that kind of experience is invaluable. In March Madness, strong guard play is crucial, and Purdue boasts what many consider the best guard in the nation. If they don't reach the Final Four this season, it would be seen as a significant letdown. Tier 2, Final Four contenders. 2. UCLA. 3. Michigan. 4. Illinois. UCLA is returning 3 seasoned starters and has made a significant addition by acquiring Donovan Dent, one of the top talents from the transfer portal. Tyler Bilodeau had a standout performance against Illinois last season, and Sky Clark, who has gained a bit of a controversial reputation, is back for his senior year. Eric Daly also adds depth to the team. I have a strong feeling about the Bruins this season, and I believe they could surprise many. Michigan has undergone a remarkable transformation under Dusty May. The Wolverines have been active in the transfer market, securing Yaxel Lendeborg from UAB, outbidding several other major programs. They also welcome 7'4" Ade Mara from UCLA, and former 5-star recruit Elliot Cadeau from UNC. With experienced players like Namari Burnett and Roddy Gale returning, the team is looking strong. However, it's important to note that they will be led by transfer point guard Morez Johnson, which could be a pivotal factor. Illinois, often discussed for its European talent, is also in the mix. Kylan Boswell is back, and if he can replicate his impressive finish to last season, the Illini's potential could soar even higher. The additions of Andrei Stojakovic from Cal and Mihailo Petrovic from Europe should provide Boswell and Tomislav Ivicic with the necessary support to make a significant postseason run. Tier 3, second weekend contenders. 5. Oregon. 6. Wisconsin. 7. Michigan State. 8. Iowa. The top 3 coaches in this tier have a knack for achieving success. Both Wisconsin and Michigan State exceeded expectations last year, and they are looking to build on that momentum. The Badgers are bringing back John Blackwell and Nolan Winter, while also adding Nick Boyd from San Diego State through the transfer portal. Greg Gard's teams are known for their resilience, and he consistently maximizes his players' potential. Michigan State may have lost several key players from their Big Ten championship team, but Cohen Carr appears ready for a breakout season. While I have some reservations about their roster, particularly the lack of proven talent, we can't underestimate the Tom Izzo effect. His coaching prowess often elevates teams beyond their perceived limitations. Dana Altman at Oregon is a model of consistency, and he has his 2-star players, Jackson Shelstad and Nate Biddle, returning. It wouldn't be surprising to see the Ducks move up into the Final Four contender tier. Iowa has made a significant change by hiring Ben McCollum from Drake, and they've brought in a strong transfer class led by Bennett Sturtz. Expect to see a revitalized Hawkeyes team in McCollum's first year. Tier 4, NCAA Tournament contenders. 9. Indiana. 10. Ohio State. 11. Washington. 12. USC. 13. Maryland. This is where the rankings become particularly challenging. It's hard to envision the Big Ten sending 13 teams to the NCAA Tournament, but each of these squads has the potential to make it to March Madness. Indiana has brought in Darian and Tucker DeVries after their stints at West Virginia, along with standout mid-major player Lamar Wilkerson from Sam Houston State. However, the lack of continuity from last year's team could be a double-edged sword. Ohio State's future under Jake Diebler is uncertain, but a tournament bid is within reach. Bruce Thornton is among the nation's elite players, and the Buckeyes have retained key players Devin Royal and John Mobley, which could provide the stability they need. This season is crucial for Diebler's tenure. Danny Sprinkle faces a tough challenge in rebuilding Washington, but the Huskies have made some strategic moves this offseason. They've acquired Wesley Yates and Desmond Claude from USC, and Sprinkle has also brought in Hannes Steinbach from Germany. Following a strategy similar to that of Brad Underwood, the Eric Musselman era at USC started off on shaky ground, but the Trojans have added sixth-year player Chad Baker-Mazara from Auburn. It's a bit surprising to see a player of his age still in college basketball, but he could provide valuable experience. Musselman has also recruited Rodney Rice from Maryland, who has a history of performing well against Illinois. Maryland finds itself in a unique situation after losing Kevin Willard, but they've brought in Buzz Williams to help transition following their most successful season in a decade. They've added Miles Rice from Indiana and some of Williams' former players from Texas A&M, including Solomon Washington and Pharrell Payne. This team is one of the most intriguing in the conference this year. Tier 5, NCAA Tournament Bubble, 14, Nebraska, 15, Northwestern, 16, Minnesota. Fred Hoiberg has made commendable strides in Lincoln. After a breakout season 2 years ago that saw the Huskers reach the NCAA Tournament, expectations are on the rise, especially with the return of Reinke Mast from injury and the transfer of Jamarcus Lawrence back to the program. At Northwestern, Nick Martinelli returns as the league's top returning scorer, and his ability to find the basket is impressive. However, outside of him, the team lacks depth, which poses a challenge for Chris Collins and his staff. The Niko Medved era begins in Minnesota, and he faces a daunting task. After leading Colorado State close to the second weekend of the tournament last season, Medved has brought in transfers Cade Tyson from UNC and B.J. Omot from Cal, both of whom are looking to revitalize their careers. Tier 6, Just Have Fun, 17, Rutgers, 18, Penn State. Steve Piccio once had Rutgers on the rise with a talented core that included Geo Baker, Ron Harper Jr., Caleb McConnell, and Cliff Omarui, but that group has since disbanded. Last season, Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper showed promise, but without them, the team is left with a less experienced supporting cast. The Mike Rhodes era at Penn State will likely be remembered for a single game, the infamous collapse against Illinois in early 2024. The Nittany Lions have lost key players, including Ace Baldwin and their first-ever NBA first-round draft pick, Yannick Conan Niederhauser. It's hard to see either Rutgers or Penn State winning more than 7 conference games this season. What do you think about these rankings? Do you agree or disagree with the placements? Which teams do you think will surprise us this season? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments.